Rivers in this region, the hill stations of Kodaikanal lies at the foothills of the Pali Hills. The Kadam of hills are also known as Ilai. So, these are the main divisions of the Western Ghats, that is the another physiographical part and division of the peninsular plateau. The final division of the physiography of peninsular plateau of India is the Western Ghats. Unlike the Western Ghats, the Eastern Ghats are isolated, broken hills with no structural unity or well-defined structures. Also, compared to its western counterpart, there is a large distance between the base and the coast. The highly dissected nature of the Eastern Ghats poses difficulties in cross communication. The Eastern Ghats are called Northern Hills in the northern sector. Kudappa range in the middle sector and the Tamil Nadu Hills in the southern sector. Important hill ranges include the Mahendragiri hill ranges in Odisha, the Nalmalai, Palkunda and Belkonda hills in Andhra Pradesh, and the Javadi, Gingal, Kulaimalai, Pachaimalai, Gudumalai, Sivaroy, Belgiri Rangan and the Nilgiris ranges hills in Tamil Nadu. The general aspect of the eastern and southern expanse of the peninsula is monotonous with very little geomorphological variety. Very often the old torch rise over the otherwise dreary plains dotted with lowly hills. Now we'll discuss the very significance of peninsular plateau. The peninsular landmass is geologically very rich and yields a variety of metallic, non-metallic minerals. Large chunk of these coming from the Chotnagpur Plateau. Basaltic rocks of the peninsula yield black soils which are agriculturally very important and give good yields of cotton and sugarcane. The peninsular topography is ideally suited for tapping tidal power potential of the peninsular rivers, limited although by the seasonal nature of these rivers. The Vindhyas have acted as a natural watershed between North and South India, as a result of which the area south of Vindhyas has developed distinctive cultural traits with regional variations. And now we'll discuss about the next division of the physiographical of India's physical geography, that is the coastal plains which almost consist western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains. So, the first one, that is the western coastal plains. So, first of all, coastal plains is the region all along the Indian coastline, lying between the coast and the mountain ranges of the peninsular plateau. Broadly, these coastal plains run along the west coast and the east coast. So, first we will discuss about the western coastal plains. These are wider and narrower than their eastern counterparts. The westernmost section is called the Range of Kutch, which covers an area of 21,500 square kilometers in northern Gujarat. The stretch is often to marine and is composed of dark silt and salt. The coastal plains from Andaman to Goa are called the Konkan coast, which is almost 500 kilometers stretch, which is generally flat and is composed of basaltic trap rocks. The Karnataka coast runs from Goa to Kannur for 525 kilometers. In this stretch, significant estuaries are found near Goa, between Agunda and Marmagao caves. From Kannur to Cape Cameron or Kanyakumari for 500 kilometers runs the Kerala coast, which is the southernmost stretch of the west coast plains. It has characteristics lagoons or backwaters called khels, such as the Astamudi and Bhimbanda. Now we'll discuss the second coastal plain, that is the eastern coastal plains. These plains are broader than the west coast plains, with well-developed deltas of major rivers, in sharp contrast to the absence of deltas on the west coast of India. The climatic transaction between the southwest monsoon region of the north and the northeast monsoon region of the south has given rise to interesting differences in alluvial features of two different stages of the eastern coastal plains. These coastal plains are known as the Coromandel Coast and are overlooked by a discontinuous line of abruptly rising hills and slabs with a thick layer of alluvium, especially in the deltaic cones of river Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. The southernmost stretch of the eastern coastal plain is called the Tamil Nadu Plains, which stretch for about 675 kilometers. The middle stretch is called the Andhra Pradesh Plain and extends from Pulicat to Berhampur. In this region lies the fertile Krishna Godavari Delta and also the Lake Kuleru. Farther northwards, Utkal Plains extend for 400 kilometers, and this case has the Mahanadi Delta and the famous Lake the Chilika Lake. And now we'll discuss the very significance of coastal plains, although met by a lack of adequate natural harbors. The coastal plains have been centers of commerce since ancient times and have about a dozen major ports and many minor ports. These plains are agriculturally very productive. The Krishna Godavari Delta has witnessed a great revolution in rice, while the western coastal plains grow specialized crops. The coastal plains are important centers of fisheries, earning precious foreign exchange through exports because of their economic significance and easy communication both by land and sea. The coastal plains have attracted dense human settlements. So, these are the important significance of coastal plains, and finally we'll discuss the next important physiographic division of India's physical geography, and that is the islands which consist Andaman Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Islands, Pamban Island. So, India has in all 247 islands, of which 204 lie in the Bay of Bengal, such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and the remaining in the Arabian Sea, which consist Lakshadweep Islands and the Gulf of Mannar between India and Sri Lanka. So first we'll discuss about the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These islands, running like a narrow chain in the north-south direction, extends between 6.39 north and 13.34 north latitudes. The area of the island is 8,249 square kilometers. The northernmost island of this archipelago is about 901 kilometers away from the mainland, while the southernmost tip of this island is only 146.5 kilometers away from the Sumatra Islands of Indonesia. The Andamans and the Nicobars form two major groups. The Andamans comprises three groups of islands, such as the North, Middle and South Andamans, and are separated from the Nicobars by the 10-degree channel, which is 121 kilometers wide. There are 19 islands in the Nicobar group, the Great Nicobar being the largest among them. These islands are a part of the submarine Tertiary fold mountain jutting out of the sea. This chain of islands is in fact a continuation of the Arakan Yoma ranges of Myanmar and continue further to link up with the Sumatra archipelago of Indonesia. These islands are formed of low hills with Saddle Peak, which is almost 738 meters in the North Andamans, and Mount Tuliar, which is around 642 meters in Great Nicobar, being the two highest peaks of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These islands are formed of tertiary sandstone, limestone, and shale. Rivers are numerous but very short and soon lose themselves in the creeks. Fresh water perennial streams are very few in the Andamans. The streams descending the hills have cut deep valleys and have built small plains near the coast which are productive agricultural land. Some of the Nicobar streams are perennial and navigable. Some of these islands are surrounded by coral reefs. The Barren and the Narcondam Island, situated north of Port Blair, are volcanic islands. Of the total area of the archipelago, 86.4% is under dense tropical evergreen and mangrove forest. The climatic conditions of the Nicobars are suitable for rubber plantation. And now we'll discuss about the Lakshadweep Islands. All the islands in the Arabian Sea are of coral origin and are surrounded by fringing reefs. These islands, with a total area of only 32 square kilometers, lie between 8 degrees north and 11 degrees north of the latitude. Further south in 8 degree channel lies the Minkoi Island, which is the largest with an area of 4.5 square kilometers. And lastly, we'll discuss about the Pamban Islands, which is a part of the physiographic division of islands as part of India's physiographical division. The Pamban Island, situated between India and Sri Lanka, has a rocky surface. It is an extension of the peninsular surface in the Ramnad district of Tamil Nadu. So, we have discussed in detail about the northern plains. That is a division of the physiographical division of India's natural and physical geography, which in consisting Sindh plains, Punjab plains, Ganga plains, Bihar plains, Bengal delta, Assam plains and western plains. And while discussing about peninsular plateau, which consisted the Aravallis, Bundelkhand, Malwa plateau, Vindhyan range, Chutnagpur plateau, Shillong plateau, Deccan plateau, Karnataka plateau, Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. And while discussing coastal plains, mainly we have discussed about the two foreign coastal plains such as Western coastal plains and Eastern coastal plains. And finally, we have discussed the last most important division, and that is about the islands which are integral parts of India. So one is the first Andaman and Nicobar Islands, then the Lakshadweep Islands, and finally the Pamban Island, which is situated in between India and Sri Lanka, has a rocky surface, and it is an extension of the peninsular surface in Ramnad district of Tamil Nadu, which is a state, southern state of Indian Union. So we have finished this portion, or it is an important part of India's physiographical division, and in our next upcoming lecture we will discuss the most important physiographic division and part of India, that is the drainage systems, that we should discuss under two heads. One is the Himalayan rivers, then the peninsular rivers. Then we will discuss about the monsoon systems and their peculiar features.